Now listen, a lot of us are waiting for the cars to pee, 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 for the cows to moo, for the women to okay? But before all of that, before you say I do, before you walk down the aisle, there are a few questions you need to ask and be answered, okay? And there are a few things you need to know before you get into the institution that is marriage, okay? Because it's not simple, okay? It's not easy, but it's also very fun, okay? I love it. I can't wait, okay? First, do you still have feelings for your ex, okay? Is there an ex akipost WhatsApp status? Unasikia changamoto kwa tumbo, butterflies and everything. Are you in such a situation? And if you're in such a situation, how are you going to deal with it? Because it's very unfair for you to get into marriage with somebody. Marriage it's a contract, okay? It's not boyfriend and girlfriend anymore. It's not partner anymore. It's marriage. It's serious. You're coming before God and everyone and your loved ones to declare love to each other, to declare commitment for each other. So it would be very unfair for you to get into such a commitment knowing very well you're entertaining your ex, or you're entertaining feelings for your ex, or your ex has some access to you and they can call you anytime and say things to you. It would be very unfair, wouldn't it? So that's one of the questions you need to ask, and also be asked, do you have feelings for your ex?
Ooh, child, that's an interesting one.
Yeah.
Or you're developing random crushes on people as well. That's bad too.
Okay.
Another one is, how do you handle stress and, even more importantly, pressure? Because a lot of us are really bad with like handling and a lot of us just like disengage.
Yeah.
Whenever you're thrusted upon by stress or pressure, you just automatically close off into your little cocoon, figure it out, and then come back out. But that's not how you deal with pressure or stress, especially in marriages, because ultimately, as a person who's been in a long-term relationship, I can definitely tell you that doesn't help. It leads to so many questions. It leads to even more problems. So how do you deal with stress and pressure? One, always talk about it. Explain to someone. Even if you don't have a solution, just tell them, by the way, such and such is going on. I'm not sure how I'm going to deal with it, but I just wanted you to know.
Yeah.
Why? Because you're not now going to come at them like, babe, you're not talking to me. You don't love me anymore. Baby, what did I do to you? All those questions are taken away simply by communicating with someone, especially you men. It's very important for you to tell the women in your lives what is going on, because it just helps them know how to deal with you and helps them make your life a little bit better and more sane, in order to give you the environment that you require in order to sort out whatever is going on.
Exactly. And also, before you get into marriage, there are a few things we need to know. For example, whose marriage do you emulate? Who is your married role model? Because you want to set the pace. You want to set a foundation. This is the kind of marriage I would like to have. How was the marriage between your parents? Did you like it? Did you hate it? Would you like to do that? These are some of the things your partner needs to know. For example, imagine if you asked your girlfriend, you've been together for a hot minute, you have already done Rorasho and everything, now you're about to walk down the aisle in 2 weeks, and then you ask them, who is your role model when it comes to marriages? And she tells you Offset and Cardi B. Unajua utapata heart attack. Atasema, I love the way she's a bad bee and the way he's a rapper and everything. You would have a heart attack.
Yep.
And maybe you thought the whole time she's a very sane person. But she wants that social media. Do you want to be a social media couple? That's another thing, because sometimes you find a woman is inclined to post their love and their everything out there on social media and become a social media couple, and they're giving advice to other people. Imagine hearing your wife doing a vlog at 6 a.m. advising people on marriages when your own marriage is crumbling. She's telling how to not get mad at your partner. Says, I'm hamjaongea 3 weeks. It's not fair. So you need to figure out how these things are going to work before you actually get into it.
It's very, very important, especially that couple goal thing, because not everyone wants to be on
Couple
social
goals.
media. Yeah, not everyone wants to be on
Beyonce
social
and
media,
Jay-Z.
and there you are falling, una falls issues. Moving on, I see another one which is very, very important, and it is that question of abuse.
Yeah.
Someone who's, let me just ask it as it is. Have you ever been in an abusive relationship? What kind of abusive relationship was it? We've spoken about levels of abuse and certain differences in these abuses. We've spoken about physical abuse, verbal abuse, emotional abuse, economic abuse, among others, right? So you want to know if your partner has gone through this, because if you don't know, they will act in a certain way when certain things are said or when certain situations arise, and you're always like, what is going on with you? But it's simply because this is their defense or how they deal with that trauma that happened to them in the beginning. For example, money especially. People who've been in relationships where they were economically abused, you will find that either they will cling on to their money very hard or they are too loose with their money. And therefore, either way, you want to be able to have a conversation and understand where they're coming from in order for you to better support them, better help them, and better understand them.
Yeah. And also, how are you when you're angry, okay? And this is why I advocate for you dating for a hot minute before you actually get into marriage.
Girl,
It's
even
very-
living with somebody helps.
It's even a little?
Living with somebody.
Exactly. Like, just do a trial, do everything to first figure out how they are in all the states of emotions.
Yep.
How they are when they're happy, how they are when they're angry. Do they throw glasses? Do they keep quiet? Do they shout? Do they become aggressive? You need to figure out how this person is when they're angry, and are you able to accommodate that? Are you able to be with that for the long term? Because imagine a person who throws cups. Munaenda nini kamkunji every 2 weeks because he got mad at football and threw something at the television. Is that someone you actually want to be with? So these are the questions. Muulize, kaa na yeye ndio ujue, okay? Hata moving together ndio mujue nini inaendelea.
Yeah, every time we think about that song, yeah, mbele ya watu ni mpole, very
Very
calm.
calm.
Lakini looks are deceiving, dodge kikombe, jog sahani.
Exactly.
You know, these are not things that we need to take lightly, because first of all, that is a very abusive partner. Why are you physically throwing things at me to hurt with the intent of hurting me? You know that glass is going to hurt someone. If it does get to my face, I am going to the hospital. So why would you want to be in that situation? And I know it's a very funny song, but every time I think about the lyrics, I just go like, where
This man has been
that
through.
man has gone through it. Yes, he's saying it in a very funny way, but why, Major? Why?
And also, another one that we don't talk about, okay?
Yeah.
How many times a day do you shower?
Oh,
Or
girl.
do you shower at all? Because we are always, a girl is always clean, she will always shower, utashanga. Can you live with that madam fast? And then you figure out, does she shower every day? Does she shower twice a day, in the morning and the evening? Does she shower once? Does she not shower? Anasema, leo sikutoka kwa nyumba kwa hivyo hakuna need ya kuoga. You need to figure out who you're getting into marriage with so that you don't start embarrassing people. Taking her back to her in-laws saying, your daughter does not shower, please.
Kai.
Please.
And also the boldness to tell someone that they stink.
Yeah.
Because that one takes courage. You're like, Aki, by the way, oh my God, you look so nice, but like, do you want to change and wear this
Twende
shirt
tukaoge
instead?
pamoja.
Find ways.
Let's do something.
Sexy. That time ni jasho na kuuma makapa. You know the way someone can have like that very kijasho chambamba type
You can't
can
cover
feel
yourself
it,
with a
right?
duvet because
How are you covering yourself up with a
you will
duvet?
die.
The stench that is hitting your face. Find ways. I think that among many other forms of communicating things that are pet peeves to you or annoy you, without making them feel horrible. You know, there's a way you can tell someone, "Ay, kwani wewe ni mtu mjengo." You know, that one is hurtful. But like finding a way that is calm and collected and kind to the other person, such that they're not constantly sniffing themselves just to make sure that they don't smell bad. Like find a way to communicate properly things that are bugging you, not to be vile or ratchet about how you
Anafinya
display.
toothpaste wapi? At the bottom or in the center? Just ask questions, please.
Where socks zina? You know the way someone can get to the house and one sock is here, one sock is there, one shoe is there, and then by the time they get to the live, like, wait.
It's a lot.
And finally, and most importantly, a lot of us mirror our from our parents and their marriages and their habits, and that's why we're told, based off of your parents' marriage, a lot of things may be revealed in due time. Therefore, important for you to find out. How was your parents' marriage? Do you wish you had a marriage like theirs? And if not, what are some of the things that you've done so far to ensure that your marriage doesn't end up like your parents' marriage? That one, because in in the life and state we live in right now, there's so many divorces. We can't avoid these. However, you can always rectify and make sure yours does not end up like theirs. So
Yes.
that, I think, concludes what to do pre-marriage.
And we're not telling you to ask your boyfriend of 2 days this question,
I
okay?
know, come
These
on.
are questions you're asking to the person who has proposed to you, okay? Or the person, your fiance, okay?
Fiance.
Your fiance, or a finance, whichever works. My name is Tarifa, and it's always a joy hanging out with you.
Absolutely. And my name is Kafomi Kafomi. Until tomorrow, same time, same place. Bye.
Bye.